Good day to you, people. Today we're going to talk about the evolution, the beginning of the universe, time, galaxies, stars, life on Earth, and other planetary systems. Knowing more about life forms on other planetary systems. About 13.5 billion years ago, the Big Bang happened. A big light with a lot of energy bursted out, and from that came all those stars and galaxies. And all those stars and galaxies were formed completely about 13.2 billion years ago. And 5.5 billion years ago, our Milky Way galaxy formed. And oceans on Earth were formed around 4.4 billion years ago. And primitive animals like single cell, multicellular organisms, all those things took place or formed about 3.8 billion years ago. And about 2.2 million years ago, our first genus Homo, our great ancestors, started to evolve. And we, modern humans, otherwise called as Homo sapiens, we evolved around 600,000 years ago. That's the big timeline. I'm putting it short in one slide, yeah? And this is the solar system, as you all know we are living in. And we are the third planet from the sun, and we are living in the Milky Way galaxy. And there is an arrow showing that where are we located in the Milky Way galaxy. And the Milky Way galaxy, the total diameter from that end to this end is about 125,000 light years. And do you know what's the speed of light? It's about 300,000 kilometers per second. And if we are traveling in that speed, it would take 125,000 years in light to go across from this end to that end of our Milky Way galaxy. That's how far, and it will take too much time. And what's the closest galaxy to Milky Way galaxy? It's called as Andromeda galaxy, which is about 2.5 million years away from current Milky Way galaxy. We're going to see a few other star systems or constellations or distances, and the distances from Earth to that star systems. First, let's see about Orion constellations. It's about 243 to 1,360 light years from Earth. And the next one we're going to see is about Draco or the Thuban constellation star system, which is 148 light years. Zeta Reticulum, that's a star system too, and it takes 39.3 light years from Earth to go there. But it's impossible to go in the flights or the spaceships what we have right now. And next one is the Pleiades star system. You can see it's a little bit above on the right side of the Orion star constellation. The Pleiades star system, it's a star cluster in the constellation of Taurus, which is 444.2 light years away from the Earth. And here, this is an interesting thing, which is a hypothetical planet, rotates our solar system, our sun, in 3,600 years once. Yeah, this is recorded in Sumerian texts as written in the old Mesopotamian cultures. Yeah, this is called planet Nibiru, and NASA is not yet to confirm on this planet because it's a hypothetical planet. NASA is saying planet X or planet 9 is too far away from and we could not identify or locate that very easily. So it's not a confirmed planet from NASA, but these are all recorded in the Sumerian clay tablets in Mesopotamia, about 5,000 to 6,000 years ago from now. Yeah. So we're going to see who are some of the people that are coming from other star constellation. These are called the Greys. Or Zeta Reticuli, they are coming from the star system Zeta Reticuli 2 or Zeta Reticuli, all those star clusters, which is 39.3 light years away from here. Look at that guy. This is the original picture of the alien Greys. Yeah. How did we capture these guys? It's about during 1947 July, there was a UFO crash on the New Mexico, Roswell, United States of America. And from there, we started to contact, or we start to get the connection between these guys and the Earth governments. Okay, and these guys are good or bad? No, they are not good guys. So stay away from them. Okay, we're going to see some original footage of these alien races. And that Roswell incident, the UFO crash being recorded, and it came out in the news on July 8, 1947 in the US. Yeah, and there's a US Air Force confirming that on 29 March 1950, they confirmed that the US government was setting up some heavy radar technical setup in that location, and this spacecraft came across those area, and this interrupted their technical controls or mechanical controls, and that caused their UFO to be crashed on at the Roswell. Yeah, so let's see the video. This is original video of the aliens or the Greys from Zeta Reticuli star system. The Americans call them as Skinny Bob. Look at their head and the palms and their fingers. See how long it is, and they're too skinny. And they are always wearing a closed suit. We don't know too much about what's inside, but looks they're too skinny. And see, these two guys are walking freely on Earth. This was the time this video was taken during they went to meet the US president. And this is their spaceship or spacecraft. They come in this spacecraft, and it's been recorded in a video, few original videos. And after the crash, what happened, that's also been recorded in this video. You can have a look at that. See the guy? One guy standing, the other guy is on the ground waiting for an emergency care. Yeah. See those guys. And why you're coming to Earth and getting hurt. So that's the original proof. And what do we know about these guys? Yeah. They have about 600,000 species in their planet. This information about 1950s, we got that. And around 1,300 of them are working in Earth as per 2003 report. And what are the heights? Type A Greys are 3.5 to 4.5 feet tall. Type B Greys 7 to 8 feet tall. And Type Bs are coming from Barnard Star near Orion's constellation. Why they are coming to Earth? To do experiment on humans, and they exchange the weapon and technology with the governments. And why experimenting on humans? Because these guys, EBE or Zeta Reticuli, EBE means extraterrestrial biological entity, and they cannot reproduce. So they wanted to make a hybrid race by genetic engineering or genetic manipulation to reproduce and multiply. And a few facts about them is they don't have ability on emotional or spiritual control. They don't have emotion, they don't have spiritual capability in their physical form, in their body. Yeah. So by making the hybrids, they are trying to create a new species with a spiritual body and soul, with the human emotion attached to the physical body, so that they could create a new race and they can multiply from there. That's their plan, but they're not successful. And they are also working with the very crazy alien guys, the Draco reptilians. They got some of the technology from them. They could replace a soul. They could replace a human soul in 4 seconds when they bring a human to near-death experience during the abduction experiment. And they have the technology to do that. That's a confirmed news, yeah. And they're capable of interstellar travel between galaxies and between planets and star systems. Few of the ships are available in their planet. And they met with the US president in 1954 on February 21 with President Dwight Eisenhower, who signed the Greater Treaty after meeting with the alien Greys. And the second meeting or third meeting happened at Holloman Air Force Base on 1955, and they had an exchange program that they are going to send 12 astronaut-trained military personnel aboard the aircraft, and that happened on July 16, 1965. A massive alien craft came from the Zeta Reticuli star system to Nevada, the test site north of Las Vegas, and 12 of the astronauts from U.S. military, from the U.S. Government sent trained military personnel in their craft for 10-month journey, because it takes 9.5 to 10 months from Earth to reach their home planet in their spaceship, not from the spaceship we have. So the alien guys brought their spaceship over here, and it took 10 months from here, Earth, to go to their planet, and their planet name is Serpo. It says 37 light years from Earth, and they plan to stay 10 years in time in their planet, and plan to return. Those 12 guys plan to return back to Earth, but they all stayed until 1978. 2 of those 12 guys died in Serpo, and 2 stayed there, and 8 returned, and currently all are dead. The last person died on 2002. Most of them were exposed to the radiation of that planet. Yeah, this is the fact, and it's recorded already. Yeah. Now let's see some more guys. Yeah, these guys are called as Pleiadians, and they have a symbol language they speak through telepathically, and they have a symbol language. That's the way they communicate with the humans, and their language and Hebrew letters are quite similar. Yeah. They're coming from the Pleiades star system in Taurus star constellation, which is about 444 light years away from here, from the Earth. They're good guys or bad guys? Yeah, they are good guys. That's why you see a green signal, tick mark there. And what type of ships they are using? Okay, the left side, the 2 photographs, is taken by the right side, that old guy with the long beard. His name is Billy Mayer. He's a one-armed Swiss farmer, and he took those pictures because he is one of the contactee for long years, about 2 or 3 decades. He's been contacting those Pleiadians. Pleiadians are contacting with them, and he's giving us those information, a few of the information. And the government or the secret agent tried to kill him about 11 times, and he escaped all those 11 times, this guy. Yeah. And what type of ships they have? These guys have the ships which has a beam from the middle, and it falls on the earth, on the ground with a beam. Yeah, when it's close to the people, it comes with a beam. So this is called beam ships, Pleiadian beam ships. Yeah, this type of ships are called beam ships, and Pleiadians use that Pleiadian technology. Yeah, looks like a torchlight to me. Okay, here are the original Pleiadian lady and a boy got caught in 1972 by the US military. Yeah, her name is Arianas, and that boy name is Adrius. They come from the Pleiadian star system. They have a family member lost in this earth, so they came to look for their family members. And that lady is about 78 to 100 years age, and that boy is about 19 to 28 years of age. Look at those guys' eyes. See, they're gray in color, big eyes, yeah? Gray in color. Look at those pointed ears for that lady and for her son. See, those pointed ears. They don't look like they're too much aged, because if we convert their age to Earth years, is about 78 to 100 for her, and about 19 to 28 for this guy, this boy. Yeah, on the bottom, you can see some of the tattoo-like things on her hand. She explained that it was the star system, constellation system. So they were captured and kept in the U.S. military control in a prison, in a cell, secret cell, about 2 years. And then after 2 years, this U.S. military left them. They took their spaceship and went back to their planet, to their star system. She was about 2.2 meter tall and weighed about 71.5 kilograms. Usually blue or gray eyes. She has a blue eyes. Here you can see like gray, but truly she had a blue eyes, and that's how it's been recorded in the US military. Yeah, the language they spoke is non-verbal communication, which they speak telepathically within each other. She was kept in one cell, that boy was kept in another cell, and they didn't speak each other, they didn't ask for each other. When the US military government or the people asked them, why you're not talking to each other? She said that we are speaking telepathically, that we could transfer the messages or pictures, and that's why. So it's a non-verbal communication. They have this capability. Yeah. And one more thing to say is they went back to their planet on 1974. They were captured at 1972, went back home to their planet in 1974. Yeah. And here the aircraft of the US military caught their aircraft and brought them in this aircraft, which is with the registration number being given here. Yeah. So let's understand some more facts and information about these guys, which is recorded. That's true. The Pleiadians' technology and spirituality. They are very advanced in technology and spirituality. They can travel between six-dimensional consciousness onwards, and some are there. So we have a few types, and above six-dimensional consciousness, we call them as collective light energy beings. Yeah, their lifespan is about more than 1,000 Earth years. Their main star of living, Era star from Taygeta, which is 364 light years from Earth, in the constellation Pleiades. Sometimes we call them as Taygetian. Religion, they don't have a religion. They don't believe in God. Most discussion they talk about is the humankind, solar system, dangers of the nuclear energy that we have, and human population, the increasing human population, and spirituality of all the humans collectively together, and energy healing. And they are healers in many levels. They help in some medical field too. And their existence is from 3-dimension to 9-dimensional consciousness. The population on Earth is about 75 million Pleiadians present on Earth. As per the source I have attached here, that's the copyright owner for this information. And the involvement of these beings on Earth is they were the guides for Atlantis. You might have heard Atlantis, which already gone under the sea. And Lemuria, you might know that Lemuria we know. Yeah, and they have been involved in nurturing of many life forms on Earth that began elsewhere, such as whales and dolphins. They are responsible for infusing awareness into many methods of energy healing discovered by humans over the years. So they are helping us in energy healing, and they are very good guys. They are helping us in some of the awareness of the destruction that's going to happen in the Earth, and they are helping us to move ahead. Yeah. And we are seeing the Andromedans here. They are bald, dark eyes, which you can see the picturesque representation from an artist form who have met them and who have seen them. And on the middle, you can see one movie named The Valerians, Valerian from the Hollywood. They took this species as their reference for their movie and designed a movie based on these creatures. Yeah, and they're coming from the Andromeda galaxy, which is 2.5 million light years away from the Milky Way galaxy. And they have the telepathic symbol language when they speak to the humans, and they speak within each other within themselves. Yeah, let's see some interesting facts about these guys. And who is the contactee for them on Earth? It's Alex Collier, the Andromedan contactee from 1970s. Still date these beings contact this guy. Yeah, you must know about this guy. He's a very famous guy. He's not the alien. He is the contact person for those beings on Earth. As I already told, they come from Andromeda. Appearance, okay, we have type A, type B, type C. Type A is bald and similar features as humans, as we see them in the previous slide. Some have elongated cone heads, similar to an Egyptian pharaoh. Yeah. Type B, blue-skinned, bald, round heads, dark eyes. And type C, they have wings, winged humanoids. Yeah. Type C, they have winged humanoids. Height and dimensional consciousness capabilities. Type A, 5 to 6 feet tall. Type B, 3 to 4 feet tall. Type C, the master race, about 7 to 9 feet tall. They live in 9-dimensional consciousness and above. So they can travel to 3 to 9 to 6. Wow. Great, isn't it? And the technology, they have intergalactic space travel. Many other races work with them in their spaceships. Involvement in Earth, helping on humans with the ascension, the transition from 3rd dimension to the 5th dimensional consciousness, through making us understand that by having unconditional love, empathy, a brotherhood, and positivity in thoughts and actions, human could evolve into a higher dimensional conscious being, together with the Earth frequency that is changing or that is evolving into a higher frequency level. So we have to evolve, and we have to show these things. We have to emit these things. So the guide for humanity is Andon, an ambassador from the winged race of Andromedans. And There are two other guys from this planet, Morena and Visayas from the type B. They contact through Alex Collier as a constant contactee from 1970 onwards. So this is Alex Collier, the Andromedan contactee. The Andromedan species, Morena and Visayas are the two guys contacted them. Yeah, this is the guy who confirmed Tamil is the oldest language spoken.
At one time, we all spoke the same language on the planet. And the last time we all spoke the same language, the language was the Tamil language of India. That was the one language we all spoke. But we got too powerful. Remember the movie Stargate? You guys seen the movie Stargate? People came together, rebelled against the gods. There's so much truth in that movie, you have no idea. So much. Well, this is what happened. So they split us up. And all the languages that we have on the planet now are derivative of extraterrestrial languages.
So you could hear what he has spoken. Yeah. Now let's see about the Anunnaki or the Elohim. Yeah. So these Anunnaki are coming from the planet Nibiru, which I told you, the hypothetical planet that orbits around the sun in our solar system. Yeah. So these guys are giant creatures, and that's the planet they are coming from. They have mainly three gods: Enki, Enlil, and Ninhursag or Ninma. And Enki is the ruler of the waters, Enlil is the commander of the earth, and Ninhursag is the chief medical officer. They come from this planet. These guys are brothers and sisters, and their father is Anu, who's the big boss or the king of Nibiru, as written in Sumerian cultures. What were they doing? They came to Earth, and here's a picturesque representation of the first successful prototype of the genetically engineered human race they have created, which is us. We are a slave race made by them. We were called as Lulu, and the first genetic manipulation they took, they mixed their genes with the Homo erectus and the Neanderthals about 600,000 years ago, and they made us the first successful prototype of this slave race, which is us. They named us the first man, they named us Adamu. Adamu. Do you know where you can see this name? Yes, it's Adam. That's how the creation story that's written in their text. You can find some artifacts and clay tablets in the British Museum. Look at their gates, because they were too tall, and that's, man, 3 or 4 humans can stand upon each other, so that tall. That's how much they are. And here are the artifacts, and those clay tablets in which it's written in the Sumerian cuneiform writings. It's been displayed in British Museum. Yeah. And a lot of these guys' skeletons been excavated during the excavation programs all over the world. And this guy, Zechariah Sitchin, he already passed away on October 9, 2010. He spent almost 50 years of his life in translating the Sumerian clay tablet cuneiform writings to English, and those were the books he has written, what he has translated, and a lot of knowledge you can get from those books. And he is considered to be one of the greatest scholars currently on these Sumerian translations. So let's see some facts about these Anunnaki. Their height were about 24 feet tall, and over that 24 plus. Yeah, they're from Nibiru planet. They came to mine and take the golds and minerals from the earth. The reason for gold and mineral, because they had some atmosphere similar like to our ozone in their planet, and they could not repair those layers or those atmosphere, and they needed gold dust or the atomic gold from the earth to repair those atmosphere in their planet. What's the relation to Earth? They did the DNA engineering on Neanderthals, as I told you, or the Homo erectus, and made the first Homo sapien and named him as Adamo. Yeah, named him as Adamo. The medical officer, chief medical officer, Nen Hersad, was the one were making this together with the Enlil or Enki, the other gods. Yeah, so that's the story being recorded like 5,000 to 6,000 years ago. Yeah. Why did they do the DNA manipulation? They need some workers to mine the gold from the earth, and they didn't bring enough people. They brought some people, but it was not successful. So they needed to make a hybrid race, a slave race, and they made us to mine the gold for them, and they called us the Lulu race. Yeah, and it's interesting. And finally, we're gonna see about the Dracos or the reptilians. The Draco reptilians, yeah, they are scary, man. They are coming from Draco or Thuban star constellation, and this constellation is visible in night skies from the northern hemisphere. They have few classes. They have class system. The royal class, they have wings, and some of the royal class have the eyes in the middle. They have 3 eyes sometimes, and have the warrior class. They have horns, and they have some worker class. They look like this. This is a picturesque representation of how they look like. And we have some hybrids also. Are they good guys? I'm sorry, they're very, 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 very bad guys, so don't go closer to them. Let's see some interesting facts about these guys. They are too tall, 22 to 28 feet tall category. They don't have a soul. Yeah, they're coming from Thuban, Draco, Bellatrix, and other Orion star constellation, and Draco constellation. Yeah. Technologically, they are incredibly advanced in genetic engineering capabilities. They make new species. They travel everywhere inside this space, intergalactic space travel. They are expert in these, and their number one expertise is creating new species and new races and mixing those genes, genetic. They messed up the whole universe. They messed up the whole Milky Way galaxy. I can say like that. What is their behavior? Very sorry. Their power and control, very powerful, ruling, dominating behavior. You cannot stand in front of them. Yeah. How do they see humans? They are seeing us like a genetic engineering rats or food source, and they want the alien hybrids, the reptilian hybrids. They needed the adrenochrome fluid from kids and babies of the human race, which gives them a longevity capacity. Yeah, that's why they needed. A lot of babies are missing, and a lot of kids are missing from the US and the Europe and the Canada. So this is these guys' job. They are the culprits. What races works with them? The Greys, the Terra Reptilian. The reptilians that are born in the Earth are called as Terra Reptilians. These are being captured now by these Draco reptilians. And the Solipsirae, there is another guy, other races, Solipsirae, and some Orion races are working with them too. Their blood group capability when they are mixed with hybrid, it's O negative for hybrids. They have a copper-based blue blood with larger lung capacity. They can survive under 15% oxygen environment, whereas a normal human being would die under 15% oxygen level. In other cultures, the Zulu tribes of Africa calls them as Chitauri, and very familiar about these beings. Who in the world works for these guys? Rothschild and family, the banking family for the whole world. Queen Elizabeth, Pope is indirectly working for them. Rockefeller family is working for them, and etc. Yeah. Some people call them as Illuminati, right? Yeah. So we're going to see some reptilian hybrids. So this lady name is Jana. She's a reptilian hybrid. I will show you her video in the next slide. And that Jana is from Russia. And this lady name is Lisa. She's from France. And I don't want to talk about this. You know much better who is she. Look at those eyes. You believe it or not, she's 94 and she's so strong, and she's still going so strong. I don't want to talk about that. And this guy was caught up in a CCTV, and he's a reptilian hybrid. Name is unknown. Let's see the video of the Jana, the Russian girl. Yeah, she was taking some interview of some a spiritual leader or something. This is 100% original, legit video. Let's see. Look at those eyes. See, look at those eyes. We're gonna say a little bit the original video from the YouTube. That one is captured from the TV, not the original video I'm showing here. I slowed down the video. You can have a look over it. Look at those eyes. Watch closely. See there. This is one true video. You believe it or not, that's the truth. This is double-checked video. Yeah. So, we're coming to the conclusion of this video. There are more than 58 types of alien races present in this Earth, which is recorded by KGB from Russia, secret files. Open the minds and see the truth. What do we need to do? We need to start showing unconditional love towards others. We need to start showing empathy on others. We need to have empathy. We think positive. We should think positive and act positive. Action is what speaks in reality. Be yourself as a free human and improve yourself to evolve in your consciousness. Be happy and positive. That's all. I'm concluding my video over here.